Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Tammy Talks here. Let's go ahead and get into Married at First Sight, Season 14, Episode 8, Strike a Balance, Jasmina and Michael. For those of you that are brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns of various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every episode. So if you enjoy that type of content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it. Hop into the comment section, y'all. Let's talk about it because Jasmina and Michael seem to have made some leeway this week. So maybe fingers crossed they're on the up and up. We'll see. So Michael goes to his sister's house. He wants to get some advice. You know, he confides in his sisters for a lot. They know him better than anyone else. So he's telling his sister about all the arguments that he has had with Jasmina thus far. His sister said, look, she's a strong person that is having to be vulnerable in a way that is probably uncomfortable for her right now. Don't get offended because she's just really trying to protect herself because she don't know if you can. And Michael was like, but I can. She don't know that though, Michael. I like that his sister gave him that type of advice and it wasn't on some, yeah, she's in the wrong, she's in the wrong. His sister seemed very level-headed. I think his sisters know what type of like foolishness Mike, they know what kind of foolishness Michael be on. So she gave him some good, solid advice. Like, this is still a stranger. Y'all are still strangers. She still has her wall up. She still has her guards up. So you just kind of gotta, like, give her a chance. Prove that you can be there for her so she doesn't have to second guess and she's not, like, in fight or flight mode. Because that's basically what Jasmina is in right now. So Jasmina and Michael go to pick up, they're going to do like a taco night, but they want to do like shrimp tacos and stuff like that. So they look like they're at a fish market and they're getting salmon and lobsters and stuff. And Michael picks up these lobsters and was like, they married at first sight too. And I said, oh, Michael, you don't have no personality, but you're trying. You're trying. And Jasmina, too, was like, okay. Like, I don't think she likes him still. I don't see it. But at least she can be cordial. She can at least be cordial with him. So, Jasmina meets with one of her friends, okay? This is a friend that could not come to the wedding. So, she tells her friend that Michael took a tone with her. And her friend said, you don't like tones. I said, okay, friend, you about to let us know some things. Cool. So Jasmine said, nope, don't take a tone with me. Her friend says that they need to talk as much as they can so that they get a feel for each other. Because I'm sure that a lot of the issues that Jasmina is having with Michael are truly because they don't know each other well enough to kind of feel each other out. It's not that Michael is probably trying to come across a way, but she doesn't know how he interacts, how he communicates just yet, because they'll have a breakdown, they'll have conflict, and then they separate, and then now they're just not talking at all. So her friend is to like keep talking as much as you guys can. Jasmina said that Michael is just a person that thinks he's right when he's right, and her friend said, so do you? I said, okay, friend. Call her out. And Jasmina, you can tell, was probably on some girl not on camera. But Jasmina said that's because she is often right. And her friend was like, no. So, like, we know Jasmina is stubborn, right? I know a lot of you guys are saying that she is like a little second Alyssa. She's not. I want y'all to stop saying that. I want y'all to stop comparing Alyssa to Jasmina. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Why? Because Jasmina is actively participating and trying in that marriage. That is a difference. And for people that are saying that she's doing it more subtly, she's not. She's nothing like she's nothing like Alyssa, because again, Jasmina's there. Jasmina is interacting with him. Jasmina is engaging with him. Jasmina is going through the process. Alyssa didn't even want to be in the same room as Chris. You cannot compare the two. I want y'all to stop. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Jasmina is awful all on her own. She don't need y'all to compare her to Alyssa to add to it. It's just not to me, it's not it doesn't make sense as a comparison. So they are setting up for the party. They got little taco they got like a little taco banner and stuff like that. And he's asking, what are they going to play? Well, you got some games. How are we going to entertain these people? She said, I got BTS Uno cards. Absolutely not, Jasmina. We're going to play something else. Why don't you have regular Uno cards? So Michael pours this ungodly amount of liquor into one of the like a pitcher of some drinks. So when they get there, her friend said the drink was a 7.5. And he was like, why? She said, it's the balance for me. Meaning it's too much liquor in this shit. That's what she was trying to say very, very nicely. So they decide to play charades. Michael said he is very competitive. Jasmina says she's very competitive as well, so it's going to be fine. Jasmina and her friend are killing charades. They have clearly played charades together before. So while they're doing that, Michael is losing. And he's like, it's not even a big deal, I don't play to win. It's all about, friendly camaraderie. Like, kind of making a joke about it. But he says in the confessional that he's happy that Jasmina matched his level of competitiveness. And, like, you can see they're starting to bond a little more and have a little more fun. That is until we see the preview for next week. But for now, they are on one accord. They're bonding. They're having a little more fun. So Jasmina goes and talks to his sister, and she tells his sister, I really do like your brother. I do like him. And his sister was like, woo, because he told me he didn't know if you actually liked him or not. So his sister kind of felt bad that Michael didn't know if she liked him. She was like, because he's sensitive, he's a sweetheart, but excuse me, y'all, but Jasmina is just really trying to feel her way through it, and it's just because of how they communicate. Michael, on the other hand, is talking to her friends. He's struggling on how to maneuver through conflict with her. How do we handle conflict? I know y'all gonna lose your mind because I'm coughing. Sorry, y'all. It's dry. I don't know what's happening. So Michael is trying to figure out how he can maneuver through conflict with her. How do we handle this? Should I retreat? Should I talk more? Should I leave her alone? Like, what should I do? Her friend suggests talking to her, getting to the root of the problem. She said, because when me and Jasmina get into it, we can be petty and go back and forth all day. Don't get caught up in that with her. Find out exactly at what part of whatever we got going on did I offend you. At what part of this did the argument really stem from? And that's what they're telling him, because find out what triggered the start of it, and then that way you can talk about that specific thing so that it doesn't balloon into you and her arguing and you don't know what you guys are even arguing about. And we see that happen a lot of times with relationships and friends and coworkers. One little thing happens, and it's because nobody addressed it from the start, it starts to grow and grow and grow, and it gets so much bigger to the point where y'all don't even know what y'all are beefing about. I think Jasmina is, I know she's hung up on the fact that he's a pessimistic type of person, right? He's a person that is always waiting for the other shoe to drop. She claims that she's a very optimistic and positive person. We haven't really seen that part of you yet, but that's what Jasmina is claiming. And I think once she finally lets go of that, and hopefully after talking to his sister, she kind of lets go of that, looking at him as somebody that's going to be negative in any situation, I think they'll be a lot better. But I don't think they're going to work, mainly because Michael is going to continue to be condescending, because that's his personality. That's his nature. Like, what ends up happening is a lot of these people, they're not going to change overnight. So if you have somebody who we have, from what she's telling us, Michael has been condescending to her thus far. It's not going to change overnight. So when they go bowling later, so all the couples can meet up together, and everyone's asking, "Oh, how did it go with Pastor Cal? How did it go?" She tells them Pastor Cal tore us a new one. Because he did. Because y'all started to argue like little kids in front of him. So they're trying to work on their communication. They're trying. Is it gonna work? Who knows? Jasmina tells Michael's sister that she just needs to let her own stubbornness go. And once she gets past that, they might work, but Jasmine is not going to let her stubbornness go. And a lot of that is going to come from the fact that she has never she has never lived in the same state in any of her relationships. She's used to being able to, argue with somebody and click up the phone and throw the phone and be done with it. And she can't do that now because he's right there. Coupled with the fact that she don't trust him because he's a liar. He has proven to be a liar. I would love for them to work, but I do not think it is going to work with them, unfortunately. And it's going to be both of them. I don't think any one of them is more at fault than the other. It's going to be both of them. Jasmina being stubborn and Michael just not knowing how to talk to people because he clearly has a Napoleon complex that also aids into him being just a pessimistic person. But let me know what you guys thought of the episode, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.